this is Tavares is teaching it to you, but we're going to have some extra things to share. All of the items that you're going to do today are tape diagrams. So if you think of the items that come on a receipt, register tape. It looks like a big long sheet of stuff. You're going to be breaking a whole, this part, into one specific group of items. So first up, what do you notice? What do you wonder? So anything that you can see. So whether it's that, one is got one specific item and the other is something completely different. So noticing and wondering. So you're writing two things that you notice and two things that you wonder about each one of those. Jada had puppies, and we knew that the puppy weighed a certain amount. Now what we're doing is we're breaking things up. So Jada's puppy is 20% of its adult body weight. The 100% would represent its entire body weight. So if you think about the 9 pounds is 20%. So each one of these boxes represents 20%. So you'll notice there are 5, which shows you that there are going to be 100%. So we can use this as our benchmark to create other items from it. So we can say that this is 20, that's 40, that's 60, that's 80, that's 100. We can use that to break everything up. All the answers are going to be written as sentences. And if you need to, draw yourself another tape diagram to show that what you know in all of the items. Next up, Jada's friend has a dog that weighs 90 pounds. Here's a diagram. So if you notice that the top one, it shows a whole bunch of 9s. What percentage is this going to represent? They're saying that the dog weighs 90 pounds. And then if you look, how many of these are shaded? This is Jada's dog. And this is the friend's dog up top. A couple different questions are getting answered. How many times greater is the dog's weight than the puppy's weight? So you'll notice there is no label for puppy. There is no label for the adult dog. So we got to figure out what that is and how many times greater. So if you compared the weight, if this is 100%, how many sections is it divided up to, and how many of them have 9s in that? On the other side of the coin, how many sections of this are shaded? Well, not shaded, but at least have a 9 in them. And then you're going to compare them using percentages. All 3 of these things are going to be similar to one another. This one is a little bit more difficult, but it's stuff that you guys can do. Elena has as much as 40% as much as Noah. How much does Elena have? So if you notice, you're going to have to draw a tape diagram. So Noah's got $5. The $5 is going to represent 100%. Elena's got 40% of that. So you're going to have to figure out, if we break it up into chunks, how much money does Elena have? So you're going to use a fraction, 40%, and a fraction, and you're going to draw a diagram to illustrate what you got going on there. So if we use the same tape diagram, if Noah's got $5 and Diego has 150% as much as he has, what do you know about the amount of money that Diego has? Again, you're going to draw a tape diagram to try to illustrate what is going on with that one. Last up. First part of the hike, Andre drank 1.5 liters of the water he brought. There isn't a heck of a lot of room to do any of this stuff. If this is 50% of the water, how much water did he bring? So if the 1.5 liters is 50%, what's the total that he brought? And then you're going to make a tape diagram. If we know what the total is, if we break it up into pieces, what's 80% of what he is going to drink? Draw a tape diagram. So all of the things that you're doing today have to do with breaking things up into chunks. And every box on your tape diagram, every percentage on the tape diagram is going to have the same exact number. So you need to know that there's a pattern happening. And then you're just finding what percentage of the pattern that you need to make everything work. And that's all you got for today. And then you're going to try to do the practice problems, the lesson 12 practice problems when you're done.